Driving around the busy, congested streets of London is a hazardous task for anyone, even at the best of times. But if you're at the wheel of a 32-ton tipper lorry, it's especially important to be absolutely aware of what's around you. The people at Keltbray know this more than most. Keltbray is the UK's largest specialist demolition and civil engineering contractor, with 500 staff and sales of over £100 million a year. They operate a fleet of 38 tipper lorries, mostly on sites around the capital. The public tend to see lorries as a menace, but for Keltbray, health and safety is a key priority, both for their drivers and for other road users. And one of the biggest hazards they face is cyclists.
Cyclists use the roads in a way that obviously other vehicles don't. They are able to manoeuvre in a much tighter position. They will use smaller spaces, go for smaller gaps, and the majority of them think they can get through these gaps. And I'm not aware of the speed that other traffic is capable of doing within London. When they come up along the near side of a vehicle, they aren't aware of what the vehicle can do or what it intends to do in way of manoeuvring.
When you want to turn left or right, you always got somebody coming up in the inside, somebody coming in the traffic. It's treacherous all the time.
These days, it's not enough just to fit lots of mirrors to the side of your cab. A more high-tech solution gives much better protection.
What we have here is the unique side-scan detection system. The 4 sensors, much like the sensors you have on the back of the car, let the driver know if there are any cyclists or pedestrians operating on the near side of the vehicle in the blind spot area. He gets a visual and audible warning in the cab.
There's always a time when they sneak, when you're parked up, they sneak up on the inside of you. Directly you turn the indicator on and you've got the digital sound inside the cab, and it tells you you've got some person alongside you, and it gives them the distance how far they are away.
But it's important we don't just let the driver know what's happening on the near side of the cab. We also want to let the cyclists or pedestrians know, especially if the vehicle is about to turn left. We do this by means of the back check warning system, which gives an audible warning to the cyclist or pedestrian, triggered when the driver presses his left-hand indicator.
Directly you turn the indicator on, it sounds, and pedestrians and cyclists can hear the sound of "be aware," and it brings their heads up when you're coming up to them, and they notice if they're on their mobile phones. They just have to look up and say, you know, there's a truck there.
Here at Brigade, we strongly believe in a complementary range of safety systems. Thus, this tipper has got a reversing camera fitted, which gives a visual display to the driver in the cab of what's behind him. Equally, we want to let anyone working in the area behind the tipper know that the vehicle may be reversing with the use of our unique white sound reversing alarm.
The CCTV uses a tiny camera fitted at the back of the lorry and connected to a screen in the cab. With this system, the driver knows exactly what's going on right behind him. And Brigade's patented white sound reversing alarm, BBS Tech, is unlike any other. The noise is directional, so anyone behind will hear it, but as soon as the truck's gone past, the noise dims really quickly. It means noise nuisance from construction lorries to people living nearby is made much less.
We tried and tested a number of systems, and amongst those were Brigade's side view camera and the Sidescan system. Having trialled it for a number of weeks and spoken to both the drivers and management within Keltbray, it was decided that the Sidescan offered the best system that fitted what Keltbray were trying to aim for in the way of health and safety, both for themselves, their staff, and for other road users. The fitting process was very straightforward, and we didn't have to have the vehicles off the road for any period of time during our working day.
With the government trying to cut down the number of accidents involving cyclists and lorry operators trying to improve the public image of their vehicles, solutions from Brigade contribute to both goals.
Since the side scans have been fitted by brigades, we are very confident that we are achieving a very high standard of health and safety on the public highways, both for culprits and for other road users, and I think it's a superb system, and hopefully it'll be taken up by a lot more haulage companies and seen across both London and the UK.